Ex-UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez was charged with attempted murder on Monday. The San Jose Police Department, located in the state of California, officially confirmed that Cain Velasquez shot at Harry Eugene Goularte, who was recently charged with molesting a close relative of Cain's believed to be one of his children. Footage of the incident was released earlier today by NBC News, where Cain can be seen chasing behind Goularte, his stepfather, and sister in a black pickup truck. According to Robert Salonga of the Mercury News, the accused man, 43-year-old Harry Eugene Goularte, lives at the home that hosts a daycare business run by his mother, according to a criminal complaint that charged Goularte with one felony count of a lewd and lascivious act with a child under the age of 14. Goularte was arraigned Friday, and a judge granted him supervised release over objections from the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office. 3 days later, at about 3:15 p.m. on Monday, Velasquez allegedly opened fire at a car carrying Goularte, his stepfather, and at least one other person, according to police and sources familiar with the investigation. Cain declined the request for an interview yesterday. ESPN went on to report that Goularte was released from jail on February 25th and was ordered to stay in home detention and remain 100 yards away from any child under 14. Prosecutors allege that Goularte and two others were on their way to get his required electronic monitoring bracelet when Velasquez began to pursue them in an 11-mile high-speed chase through San Jose. Velasquez allegedly rammed the vehicle and shot at it multiple times with a .40 caliber handgun. Once the news was released, the MMA community has been siding with Cain's actions as they've poured out support in social media and physically outside of the courthouse, pleading for his release. Justin Gaethje took to Twitter and said, "Never met Cain before, but I am sure looking forward to it one day." Israel Adesanya said, "Free Cain." Sean Strickland said, "If this is true, Cain is a fucking hero, bottom fucking line. There is nothing I respect more than when a man does this. 911 isn't the answer for this. I'll be the first one donating to a GoFundMe for his defense. Pedophiles need to die. They can only be fixed with fire. I've met girls and they will tell me a family member molested them as a kid and they didn't say anything. I tell them, I don't want to be a but we will never be friends. I can't live with that information and be a part of your life. Pedophiles deserve to die, bottom line." Darren Wynn said, "My heart hurts so badly for one of my idols. Seeing Cain in a jumpsuit at court seriously is making my heart hurt. I don't want it to be true. I worked with Cain so much behind the scenes. He sold me a BMW for cheap. He's talked mental game with me and so much more." Michael Chiesa said, "If you aren't going to free Cain, at least arrest this guy and lock him up in the same jail cell as him." Jamal Hill said, "Free Cain, you touch mine, I'm coming the same way." Khabib Nurgomodemov said, "You are the man, Cain. We love you and we will always stay with you." Ben Askren said, "I don't want to live in a country where you can't shoot someone who sexually abused your child." Anthony Pettis said, "Free Cain." Terrence McKinney said, "Free Cain, kill all pedophiles." Marvin Vittori said, "Cain got my support, 100. Jimmy Manawa said, "Cain Velasquez is in trouble for shooting someone who molested his child. I stand with him on that, but I wonder if he should have shot him or beat him close to death. What would be worse in the eyes of the law?" Ali Abdelaziz said, "Great man. Best father, Cain." Junior Dos Santos said, "As combat opponents, we shared the dream of winning and becoming number one. Today, as parents, the victory we want to achieve is the well-being and security of our families. There is still a lot to be revealed and investigated about this situation that Cain Velasquez is involved in. But until then, I believe any honest parent would do the same if they were in his shoes. May justice be done and Cain be where he belongs to be with his family as soon as possible." Then Dana White spoke of the incident. Check it out.
I obviously feel sorry for him and his family. It's a horrible thing. I don't know enough details to speak on it, but from what I've heard, we all say we'd do it. If that ever happened to us, Cain did it.
The Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office later released the details of Goularte's arrest and acts of molestation on children. The Sheriff's Office said, on Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022, at approximately 9:19 a.m., Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a residence in San Martin regarding an alleged prior sexual assault involving a child. Deputies and detectives from the Sheriff's Office Sexual Assault Investigations Unit, SAIU, responded to the child care establishment and began the investigation. After conducting interviews with the 4-year-old juvenile victim and associated parties, investigators determined a sexual assault occurred. Detectives later arrested Harry Eugene Goularte Jr., 43, a resident of San Martin. Goularte is a relative of the owner of the daycare establishment and resides full-time at the residence. However, he was not employed at the daycare. Detectives determined that there are more than 20 children who attended this daycare establishment. The owner of the daycare shut down their establishment temporarily for this investigation. Goularte is accused of inappropriately touching a juvenile victim on multiple occasions. On February 23, 2022, Goularte was interviewed by SAIU detectives at Sheriff's Sheriff's Office headquarters and was then booked into the Santa Clara County main jail on charges of lewd acts with a minor child under 14 years old. Bail was set at $50,000. On February 25, 2022, Goularte was released from the Santa Clara County Hall of Justice courthouse via Supervised Own Recognizance Program, SORP. Detectives believe there's additional juvenile daycare participants who previously attended this daycare on Powderhorn Court and are working closely with the daycare to talk to all potential witnesses and victims. Cain won't be arraigned until Monday. Until then, I'll keep you guys up to date. As always, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button for me. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Thanks for watching.